Hello guys, konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? How are you doing today? I'm a bit tired today, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired, and the clock in this house is driving me crazy. I kind of want to turn it off. I semi-regret putting this in here. Oh, that's right, I haven't shown you guys. I completed the house fully. Let's get a look on the outside first. This is what the house looks like on the outside. I know, light bulb there. I just wanted the monsters not to spawn on the platform. But look at it, I like it. It's a little mountain house. It's in between this cliff and this cliff, right in front of the river and the waterfalls. It's beautiful. I can't believe it, I actually finished it. For Machina. This is Machina's house. But I also live here because I got nowhere else to go. And let me show you around. So this is where we play checkers. Machina beats me sometimes, and other times I almost beat her. This is our our until we meet again sign. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous and excited because I have no idea what's gonna happen this episode. I do know what's gonna happen, but for the sake of argument, I don't, but I do. This is my painting. This is the clock that's been driving me crazy. I want to get rid of it. I will smash it one day, but it's machinist, so I can't. This is our table where we eat lunch and talk about stuff. This is the kitchen. There's not much in here. Kitchen's still being renovated. This is where we put our hats and stuff. This is where we put our tools. This is where we put our shoes and stuff. Machina's been yelling at me recently because I've not been doing that. I'll have to mop the floor later and everywhere. This is the cupboard. That's gonna be a basement, but it's not done. Plenty of stuff in here, plenty of nice things. And then we go upstairs and we have the bathroom, we have Sensei's room, and we have my room. We'll start with the bathroom. We've got a nice big mirror, our toothbrushes. We have a guest toothbrush, but I said that's kind of weird. Why would we give a guest a toothbrush if they could bring their own? We have a shower, we have the toilet, the plunger. Yeah, we have Machina's room. I'm not allowed in here normally, but she's out, so there we go. Let's see, big mirror, small mirror, alarm clock. The clock downstairs is still driving me crazy. A lot of paperwork, and sometimes Sensei will be standing here because I placed her there. Use the NPC one. Looking out at the targets as I practice trying to hit them. And a corkboard full of pictures of blue squares. Another painting of mine, ceiling fan, and then this is my room. It's very little, very cozy. I've got, yeah, that's my room. Anyway, I've forgotten where I placed Sensei. By the way, this entire floor, even some of the walls here are not actual walls. It's places for me to put stuff. Just because I wanted to hide a lot of stuff. I forgot where I'm putting Sensei. But I have to go find Sensei, and I have a mission to do today. Along with my two teammates, so I'll have to find them after I found Sensei. I was gonna cut there, but I saw the TARDIS on a squid's head. You know, that never gets old. Before I go looking for Sensei, though, here's what we're dealing with right now. I think, personally, this has spread quite a lot. So I've been gathering saplings and trying to stop it, but then I get stuff like this. You see how the purple's still there and it's still classed as a taint biome? I'm guessing that's because the silver tree doesn't have a pure node inside of it. So it's not turning it into a magical forest. Which means it's not going to get rid of it. But that one's just grew. I haven't seen that one. That one's new. But part of it is already turned into... Ooh, I don't think that one's got a pure node either. You can tell which ones do by the way the water's changed. I don't think this has a pure node on it. Because, look at the way the water is around it. The coloration difference. Ah, yeah, over here is not going well at all. I don't think there's anything I can even do about it. Because as far as I know, there's only 2 ways to stop taint. Number 1, planting silverwood trees. Look at that. That area has been purified. And the other is some sort of bloom plant, ethereal bloom, which takes a while to get. And you plant it, it grows, and the area, the taint's removed from it. That's about all. It's a bit of a pickle. I'm gonna find Sensei. Is it down here? Ah, there they are. There she is. Sensei! I built this area too, I forgot. Hello, Sensei. I forgot I put them here. Yeah. I wanted a nice area that can pay respect to the dead. And this is what I got. And I figured put it up here because that way it's almost like the people who have gone are still looking down upon you and are still watching over you. Which I like the aspect of. And, you know, I'm right over there. The generations past can look over the village. And I'm probably going to add another one up there. If I want to, that is, because that sounds like a lot of work. I'm trying not to make this a lot of work, but anytime I do that with anything, it ends up being a whole lot of work. Anyway, I'm going to grab Sensei, and then I'm going to introduce you to my 2 teammates. Oh, there's a bandit. I keep having these here because, oh. Indra? Watch out, dude. Amy, Machina, there's a guy here. You want to help? Oh, Indra is not bothered. I guess he's alright. Oh, no, Sensei does not like. And neither does Amy. Okay then, so these are my comrades. Guys, can you separate a little bit? No? Okay. So, Indra. This is Indra, Kaguya. He's the healer of the team, and you don't need to know much about him. And this is Amy. I like Amy. I like Amy a lot. I actually really, really like Amy. I like the design. But yeah, Indra, my friend, best friend, I guess, and Amy. Cute girl. So yeah, we have a mission over here, and the mission, wow, Sensei is fast. The mission is, from Sensei, that we have to clear out this entire area of grass and then build a barn, because we've been running out of food here recently. And we need to actually have sustainable food source for the Kage who's coming into town. And we're no ordinary squad, us fellows. We're the elites. We're known as the Kage Service Squad. We go into areas that the Kage wants to visit, we prep it for them, and in this case the Kage wanted to start again and make a new village, so that's what we're doing. Come on guys, get to work. So the Kage is a Hyuga, and he has the Kage Service Squad do all this work. Or, you know, guard him or follow him. Basically whatever he needs at the time. And keep in mind, we're the squad in training. There's probably a much much better squad that I haven't made using the NPC wand, which Machina's a part of. That's the way I'm seeing this so far. We have our Hyuga Kage, whose Kage name I am not quite sure of right now. Maybe New World, something like that. Not sure how that would translate well. But yeah, we're the Kage Service Squad, and Machina here is an elite Kage Service Squad member. And basically, it's Machina's job to look after us and train us to become the next Service Squad members. And I know what you're thinking, this is a Liam Minecraft series, which means he's gonna want to do a heck of a lot of building. And to that I say, you probs right. But I also say that next time there's one of these, Sensei is going to take us to a dungeon and we are going to raid the dungeon. Amy, pick those up. I wish I could make it so they can actually help me with some of these tasks. It would make things a lot easier. But unfortunately, it's just me. And I was not kidding when I said we keep running out of food. I have run out of food at least 4 times. And my solution to running out of food is to clear out this area. Maybe over there somewhere, build a barn for the animals, and then cut off a huge area to make a huge farm. Because it's going to be aesthetically pleasing that way. I'll probably also make a redstone farm underground somewhere. So then I can have more food, but I want a big farm because it fits the aesthetic. Goes back to what I was saying about immersion. When it comes to storytelling, you have a few ways to do it. You have what the character does, what the character says, and then what other people say about the character. And unfortunately, in this instance, since I'm not trying to make this 1,000 times harder on myself like I did with Afterburn in the old series, I'm gonna have to give you guys the worst one of the bunch, which is what other people say about the character. Because these guys, they can't speak or act independently. So you have to take my word for it of what they're like or what they have. So let's start with Indra. Indra from the Kaguya clan. I don't know, should I say I've known him for a while? I'm gonna say I've known him for a while. Oh god, Sensei was literally there and just instantly behind me. That was so scarily fast. Stop doing that. Indra doesn't like attacking much, and you can guess why, because it hurts a lot to pull bones out of your own body to attack. And because of the way the Kaguya clan is, Indra decided to actually become a healer and learn medical ninjutsu. So if I got hurt, don't know how to hurt myself. Sensei, don't look. Okay, I've hurt myself. You should notice, and did I do it? So if I hurt myself, and hopefully he's gonna pick up on this. It works sometimes. There you go. You saw those little white particles on the side for a brief second. Those are healing particles. I have to be within a certain range towards him, but he will heal me up. Sensei is a fire user, uses fireballs. Amy here is a wind style user. Knocks the enemy back far with wind blades. You might be wondering if this is faster to do with a bucket, and it's just my personal opinion that it's not. Especially when you have dips like this, because then the water just goes to the nearest area that it flows down. So I think it's much faster to just mow away like this. Another thing in storytelling that I haven't done is introduce the characters in an exciting way. or started things with an establishing shot. If I was doing this as a full roleplay type thing, that's the first thing I would do. Establish the scene, establish the characters. But since we're not doing that, I just have to do deal done this way. Okay, that took a lot longer than I thought. I should do all of the tedious stuff on a live stream or something, because that took absolutely forever. I redid some of the dirt here, redid some of the dirt there, where it was caving in, and finally, I actually have a space I can build on! So we're gonna use this space. Now, the first thing that I need, or rather, the first thing you should do when it comes to a barn, is figure out the dimensions. And I know a very good way to do that. What is that? Oh, it's a... I thought it was a tumbleweed. It's a chicken with a little helmet. Also, ignore what's up at the top left-hand corner, because I don't know what it does. And you probably do. I don't. I've just installed that thing. But that's another day's problem. So what I want is this kind of proportion. That's gonna be the short end of the building. And we have this space in the middle, and then that space there. This space will be where animals go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not sure how many animals there are in the game. But that is how we're gonna do it. So we have like chicken, pig, cow, sheep, blah 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 for the last few. And then we also put pillars here so we can have lights coming off of it. This is just my way of building though. You feel free to do your own way. So it'd be like this. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely wonderful. And then around the edge, I think I wanna, yeah. Around the edge, we're gonna make like a little platform thing. That's made of like stone or wood or something. I'll tear this down too to make it like flat. It's just a big strip of land here, so we can have more farm area. But yeah, I definitely need to do more of the tedious stuff on a live stream, because A, it takes forever, B, I get bored doing it, and C, almost feels like a waste of time, because I feel like when I play, I should be recording, because otherwise I'm gonna miss something that happens. No, wrong wood. This one. That's pretty good so far. So one of the things I love to do when I build is a high contrast. So contrasting colors, you got light versus dark. Stuff like that. Although that might actually look ugly. Ah, now I'm not sure about it. Ah! As I was saying, light versus dark. I don't even know if I like that, but we're sticking with it because I don't want to redo it. And we're going to use these two to contrast each other heavily. Ah, yeah, that's how we'll do it. And then inside here, we make a doorway. We make 2 doors. You know, people started to say that I talked a bit like PewDiePie through my videos now. I do the voice, and it's probably that. It's probably just influence, which is fine. That happens sometimes. I'm pretty sure in my older videos I used to do some voices sometimes for stuff. But you guys would probably know that better than me. You guys know me better than I know me. Because I don't watch the older stuff. I don't know what I used to be like. In fact, I've asked my friends, hey, what was I like a few years ago? And they were like, oh, no, I was not doing that. They're so like, oh yeah, you're a bit more confident and a bit more, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, really? I was blah, 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 blah. And they're like, yeah, you were blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, sweet. And I've done this wrong, haven't I? Yep, I've done the whole thing wrong. It's okay, I just have to move this. It's crazy to think about how much time has actually passed since I made that first Minecraft video when I was like 16. And now I'm an old man. I'm pretty old. And here I am. I'm still making a Naruto Minecraft video. Wow! Amazing. It isn't necessarily a bad thing that I'm still doing this, because even though I'm still doing the same content, and even though I'm treating it sort of different, yeah, it's the same thing but treated differently. I've changed as a person over years, and I'm pretty sure everyone watching me has changed as well. If you don't think you've changed, you're lying to yourself. And it's because I've changed as a person that I actually want to change what I do, and I change my content. Which I've done, and a lot of you know about it. I got a new channel. I make drawings now. Which, you know, I've only said a few times on like the community tab and whatever. That's because I'm a little bit embarrassed. And I'll tell you why. It's because a lot of times people who do something long enough, like play a game of Minecraft long enough, they get stigmatized as that certain thing. And because of that, I'm now stigmatized as Naruto Minecraft. Anything separate from that, and you guys go a bit wild. It's like when I stopped Anti-Hero and started doing this, you guys were like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, this is just what my brain said to do now. Sorry, this is what I want to do. I'm pretty sure that upset people, but it's nothing I can do. It's what I wanted, and people always say, do what you want to do, so I've took up that advice through and through. I'm starting to do what it is I want. The hardest thing, though, is figuring out what you want to do, because I had such a hard time with that. No one told me that figuring out what you want to do is actually harder. The amount of times I've asked myself, do I want to record an Naruto thing? Do I want to do this? And the answer's been, I have no idea, is ridiculous. The human mind is too complex. But I know what I would like to happen. I like doing this for a little bit of fun. It's a little bit of gaming that's in my life. But if I can, then I would like I'd like the other channel to kick off and become really big. And there's a few things that I've got planned for it too. One thing being the animu, making an animu. Which, you know, it's basically a web cartoon. I'm making a web cartoon. Which I found is extraordinarily difficult for me, because I want everything to look professional, like an actual professional animator did, and I'm not a professional. I've only been drawing for like, I don't know, seriously for about a year now. So expecting that level was a dumb move in the first place. But you know, a lot of people said, oh, we don't care if it looks bad, or we don't care if there's some bits poorly written. I mean, just do what you like. And I like that enthusiasm. But at the same time, I want to make something that everyone, like, I want to like it for sure. But I want other people to like it. I want other people to watch and say, wow, that was a good experience. That was a good show. I would like some more. And you know, I guess since the start of Naruto Season 2, I've kind of been into animation and kind of been into a little bit of storytelling, but, you know, over the past year or so, I got into it heavily. I don't really have anyone helping me animate it either. Everyone I know doesn't think they can keep to the designs, or I just refuse to let them work on it because I would like to pay them somehow, or compensate for their time. I don't want people's time being wasted with something they could potentially be doing something else with, like studying or working at an actual job. So we got the podcast, we got the web cartoon, web anime, I guess you can call it a web anime. I want it in that kind of style. And I would love loads of support for it, because honestly, the amount of time it's going to take is ridiculous no matter how I look at it. And I've been comparing myself and what I can do towards the top tier animators that I can find, which is not a good thing. Don't ever do that. Only compare yourself to yourself. Never compare yourself to someone else. And I say that because if I compared myself to Einstein, of course I'm gonna look stupid as hell. If I compare my muscles to Arnold's, you know, big strong man, of course I'm gonna look absolutely skinny as hell. And I'm gonna feel bad. But then you have to remember, your progress is different from everyone else's. And so the only person whose progress you should test against is your own. You could take someone who's never drawn before in their life, and they could probably still make fantastic artwork, naturally. Some people are just naturally better at that kind of stuff. But then you could also have someone who can't draw to save their life. I think I'm rambling on a bit here, but the point is, when I started comparing me to me, I've noticed that I've grown as a person, and that made me feel a bit better about myself. I've always been feeling bad because I'm always comparing to like top tier people. When I wanted to be an actual Minecraft YouTuber for a while, I was comparing myself to like the top dogs at the time. The people everyone wants to watch. And because of that, I thought I need to do better than them. You know, higher quality, make something interesting. Gotta outdo the competition. But never did the thought occur to me that just doing something I wanted to see, or doing something with what I already can do naturally that others can't, I could make something amazing other people wanted to see. If I could make anime, or like have an actual studio make a story, or just have me draw up the story that's animated, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Okay, so I've been recording for a ridiculously long amount of time, and I have to edit all this. I can't afford anyone to edit it for me than sit through like the 2 hours of footage that I have. I rambled way too much and I didn't get enough done, let's face it. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here for today, guys. And I hope to see you all, if there's a next time. Bye bye.